Hi there. In this lecture we have a very sweet game from Max Euwe, a former world chess champion and FIDE president. He's playing against Mindeno in 1927 ASC Winter Tournament. So we see e4 from Max Euwe. We go into the Italian game and we have c3, knight f6, and now we're going into the Greco gambit. So white is gambiting a pawn here. Black plays knight takes e4, white castles, bishop takes c3. If knight takes c3, this would be an inaccuracy. We would just take, and here d5 is one of the better moves for black. So this position just ends up being even. So yeah, knight takes c3, b takes, and if bishop takes c3, that would be a mistake here, because of bishop a3. This position, bishop b5, we've got tremendous pressure after rook e1 check, bishop e6 with queen c2 in particular, looking at c6. And if queen d7, knight e5 is very strong, we're going to be winning the queen. It's going to be devastating. So anyway, knight takes c3 would be a mistake, but bishop takes c3. Now the critical move here is played. What do you think that is for 10 points? d5. And the funny thing about this move, it blocks in the bishop, right, on f7. Bear in mind it's blocking in the bishop, so what, that would be a very tell of the unexpected, wouldn't it, if later f7 was an issue? Just bear that in mind. Black plays bishop f6 here, and now rook e1, and now black castles, which is a slight inaccuracy. Knight e7 here may be safe of black. This keeps the bishop blocked in by the pawn. And let's say bishop g5, black could take, knight takes, black could play h6 here. What we can do to reach equality is kind of clear out, not just vacating d1, but clearing that path to e1 for this rook with the check. So the point is queen b3 with a bit of pressure, but now the point is we can double rooks to get our piece back. It's an even position. So that would be on knight e7. But black castle's slightly inaccurate. Rook takes e7, knight e7. And guess what we can do here now? We can do our bishop a favour. f7 can be an issue if we play, d6. Very logical move. C takes, queen takes. We've also kind of isolated black's d-pawn, which is hemming in the bishop on c8. Knight f5, queen d5. So this battery is interesting against f7. We have the move d6. And now actually, this is a bit of a naughty move, but this has also occurred before in 1913, and actually a British Championship game. Okay, which I don't want to spoil the idea. I'll go over that alternative move later. Euwe played bishop g5. Well, actually, the previous move was knight g5, but let me show you bishop g5. So you might wonder, wow, is this a mistake? Isn't black controlling g5 quite well here? So bishop takes g5 was played. Black does have a number of safe moves here instead of taking the bishop. g6 is one of them. So here, for example, bishop takes, queen takes. We can dominate the e-file. Black needs to be careful. So a move like rook b8, for example, would be safe enough, and play like this. This should be even. As long as black doesn't play bishop e6. What do you think about this? What would you play here for 10 points? Yeah, we would slice open that kind of diagonal of death here again. And let's say queen takes b2, then rook e2 is check, and then we pick up the queen. But the thing is also, if queen f7, we have knight g5. This is going to be devastating for black. We're going to be doing a nasty discovered check. If black's best is knight e3, rook takes e3, keeps the queen pinned, and we're up on material significantly here. So g6 though it is possible. Also, as well as g6, king h8 is possible. and this position should be even. But yes, in the game though, black does actually take now on g5. Okay, if bishop e6, we can answer that with rook takes e6, and here we're going to be winning material. We're going to have 2 pieces for a rook, which is very nice advantage. And if bishop takes g5 here, queen takes f5, this is also a big advantage. 2 pieces for a rook, essentially. We're overall material up. So bishop takes g5 is played. Why isn't black winning a piece after queen takes g5? So this is move 17. For 100 points, what would you play here? Check all checks, even the most outrageous ones. Yeah, queen takes f7 check, and black has to resign. Yeah, if king h8, we're just going to take on f8, checkmate. If rook takes f7, we're going to play rook e8, and that is checkmate. So yes, actually, a variation of this had happened with knight g5 in the game L.E.J against Beamish in 1913, so more than 10 years previously. And in that game, yeah, we had the same position, basically, after the exchanges, with queen takes f7 winning there. Black should have, against knight g5, black should have played knight h6, it seems. And this position looks a little bit dangerous, but black should be fine overall. Okay, so yeah, it's a funny little trick to bear in mind. And yeah, it does seem a bit strange from the kind of history of the game, that this tactic, that we're deliberately kind of blocking in our bishop, and yet there's a tactic on f7 later. So key point to be made is this liberating d6 will lead to very exciting checks. If we do renew our kind of eye on the soft spot f7, that soft spot can win us games, as this game so clearly shows. Okay, thanks so much. Hi there. I hope you enjoyed that game sample. It's actually from my course, which you can find at the Kingscrusher TV page, which has great discounts. It's the Italian game Mastery, the Ideal Beginner's Opening. So just very briefly, if we click there, you can also see other free sample videos. Just do expand all sections, and you can see these preview links if you want to see other free previews and get an idea of the course yourself. I'm going to keep it short here. Just basically to say I had a fantastic time seeing many brilliant games in the Italian game. You can see from the number of collections how epic some of these games are, that they've been collected like hundreds of times at chessgames.com. And yeah, I really hope you check out this index and may consider getting the course. Okay, comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. Thanks very much.